All right, how's everyone doing? So, had a comment from someone asking if I could do a collection video from Dignity Animality, if I'm pronouncing that right. So this is going to be a several part video of my collection that I have, because there's no way I could do it in one. So it'll be in different segments. I picked these two right now because these are two I got shortly after I started my video and started my collection. So, and then we'll get into eventually the ones that are very disappointing. I might save that for the last. But for the first go around, I chose my Bohayus because I got, like I said, shortly after I started my video, excuse me, I got this one from Bohayu. It's a T10 blade. I have done a kind of a breakdown on T10. You can click on it here or here to see that video. So I'm not going to go into the steel of it. I will say these swords are well made. This is their moth theme katana. Nobohi Shinogi Sakuri. It's got a nice Hamon line on it. Let me see. It might be kind of hard to get it in there because it's so well polished. Don't know if it's real leather or not. It could be phony leather on this one, but it's held up really, really good. If I remember correctly, I did have to shim this one. Yeah, I did have to shim it because I used it a lot. Holds an edge like crazy on this. All right, so, and then the second one I got, because I only have two from Bohayu. The second one I got is this one right here, the Sea Wave. Tried gluing the Kostra because it's getting a little wobbly, so there's a little bit of glue on the edges here. But I like the color of the saya. The saya is nice color. It's nice burgundy. So, and the reason why it's called Sea Waves because it's got waves on the Suba and Kostra and Fuchi. And the Sagios on them aren't bad neither. They're not like low quality. About the same weight, same POB balance as the other one. The Habaki on this one has a really nice design on it though. Kind of like, I think it's supposed to represent water. But this is also a T10 blade. This one feels a little bit more, I would say, front heavy than the other one in comparison. Like this one right here does not feel as front heavy as the Sea Wave. But I really like this one. This is like one of my favorite out of the two is this Sea Wave one. They both handle great too. You got enough room on the handle. They're about 10 3/4 on the handles, if I remember correctly. Now, this blade though, or this style, the blade is actually pattern welded. Basically, it's been folded, T10 blade. It's kind of hard to pick it up because of the polishing they did on it. So it kind of takes away from that. Whereas the other one is just, you know, it's not a folded blade. But really good blades, hold up awesome. Never ever have I had an issue with these blades, ever. Unfortunately, this one, because you get these off Amazon, this one you can't get, the Sea Wave. For some reason, they don't have it on there anymore. on their Amazon page. So, and in this one, I want to say was 160 for this one. And they both got real Samigawa on them too. Now this one, I also don't know if it's real leather. May not be. This one right here is 130 and it's still available online. In fact, you can see some wear right in there, right up in here. You can see some wear on the Edo wrap already from me using it. But yeah, this one's still available to buy, and like I said, for 130, and it's like, it's really good katana. They did a good job. Like I said, nothing's come loose on this. This one I had to shim the sai on. That one I didn't, and only because, like I said, I used it a lot. But yeah, both of these really good in my collection. Glad I picked them up. Ohio's not really making that many different swords neither, I notice on their Amazon page. Like I said, the Sea Wave you can't get anymore, so that one, if you want to get this one, you can't. Maybe if you contact them, you can, but I've looked and it's not on there now. So, but yeah, Ohio, it's one of some of my best cutters that I've owned, and the Minukis on this one are very thin profiles, so you don't even feel it when you grip, where some are a little bit higher raised. But yeah, Ohio for the first round of these videos. So that's the first part of my collection. These aren't going to be very long videos. So now let's get into the bonus video. So if you made it this far, we have a bonus. This right here is from Shin Swords. Now, I forget how much I paid for this one. The close-ups that you see on it, you'll notice the Mikugi pegs are kind of that's me.
Hopefully it helps yours.
Because the Suba, and this one's gotten loose too, so I'm gonna have to do something about it. I changed the Suba out on it because it was hecka loose, and now this one's gotten loose. So I'm gonna have to figure out what I can do with that. This is also a T10 blade. I mean, it handles good. Really good. It's got the Okasaki, so it's more like almost a Shobu. Not quite. Okay, just because it has an Okasaki doesn't make it a Shobu. This ridge line has to be inverted that way on the top here to make it a full-fledged Shobu. But it is not a bad sword at all. It's got a really nice Hamon line. So it is differentially hardened. If I remember correctly, it goes around, it's kind of hard to see, but the Hamon actually does wrap all the way to the end on that. So, and it stays fairly sharp. I don't use this one that much. Gonna have to take it out more. The handle's feels a little big, but it's not bad. But yeah, Shin Swords, I have, besides the Suba coming loose, it's not a bad blade at all. Like I said, I can't remember what I paid for this one. So I can't tell you. I've had it for quite a while. I've had the Moth from Ohio longer than this. but I got this before I even had the Sea Wave. So this one and the moth theme from Bahio are some of my oldest ones. But yeah, the Shin Swords Katana. Like I said, the handle's not bad. Just a little big in the hands, but it's not horribly bad. And it's not as front heavy as these two. The point of balance on them is about the same. They're about 6. But also I think this one tapers. This blade tapers a little bit more so than the Bahio's. Let's get one out and we'll take a look. So yeah, if you look at it, the Shin sword tapers out a lot more than the Bahio. Bahio is a little bit wider. And the Sea Wave blade will be the same as this one. But yeah, so this one's probably why it doesn't feel as front heavy as this one, even though the POBs are about the same, 6 inches, 5.5, 6 inches. So, but yeah, these guys are pretty, this one's pretty decent. It's not one of my favorites. I mean, it'll do the job. It really does. Bahio's are really, really good. So that's 3 for the start of this whole thing. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this and found it interesting. Now this one, I don't know if you can still get. Neither. I haven't looked it up. All I know is if you want the moth one from Bahio, they still have it. It's in stock, 130. Sea Wave is no longer. So that's all I have for you guys, and we'll see you on the next one.